Yes, hello everyone. I again welcome you to my e-learning channel. My name is Latif Salim Muwalo. Call me Uncle Tiff, the ICT guy. I'm a teacher of ICT and I'm attached to Peace Schools. Yet again, I've come with another tutorial, but this time it is a beginner's guide to MS Word. Okay? Yes, of course, I will not forget to thank those of you who are following me up across all my social media handles, that please continue subscribing and sharing these videos. Okay, continue liking, comment, share the videos, because this is the only way we can support each other. Okay, yes, just like I've told you, today we are basically going to get introduced to MS Word. You know, those of you who have never interacted with MS Word, this is time for you. And we shall basically use MS Word 2007. That's why you're seeing that platform. Of course, there are so many versions of MS Word. 7, talk about 10, you can use 13, you can use 16. But I've decided to use 2007 because this is what most people use, and this is what most of the people have in their machines. So that's why we have decided to use this. Okay? Yes. In this session, what do we intend to achieve by the end of the day? What do we intend to achieve by the end of this session? So that's why I've included in some of these objectives. And we are saying that by the end of this session, you should be able to open MS Word. Okay? You'll be able to open MS Word. Then you'll also be able to typeset a simple text or document. 3, you'll also be able to apply some features to the typeset document. Features like bolding, italicizing, underlining, changing the font color, and then size. Okay? Then lastly, you'll be able to save your work. Okay? Yes, you'll be able to save your work. So guys, what is MS Word? What is MS Word? You know? With MS Word, this is a word processor program or tool that can be used to create, edit, format, store, and of course print documents that contain text and then some graphics. That means that if you feel like you want to create some of these documents that contain graphics and then text, this is one of the best programs that you can ever use to do such activities. Then, why this program? Why MS Word? Of course, you need MS Word into your machine, into your computer, because it is this program that can help you to write letters. You can use this program to draft a letter, to draft a CV or resume, you know. You use the same program to write essays, to write reports, you know, and many other projects. Okay? Yes. So that's why you need MS Word in your computer. So down here I've tried to include a sample question that we are going to basically focus on in this session. So this is the question that we need to look at. You can see they are telling us that typeset the following text and save it as your name. So this is the text. That's the text that we are going to typeset in our session. It is having something like 4 paragraphs, yes, there are around 4 paragraphs. Then after writing those paragraphs, we shall try to attempt some of these questions down. That's why you're seeing instruction is. So our instruction, Roman numeral 1, they are telling us to copy our work to page 2. Then 2, we shall also be able to change the heading of our work to uppercase and change the font size to 16. Then 3, being able to apply font color green to the entire document except the heading. Then lastly, we shall also be able to save our work. Okay? Yes, so that is basically what we are going to do in this session. Okay? Now if we can revisit our, let us try to revisit our objectives. These are our objectives. That means that we are now basically going to move on to the practical aspect of the session. Okay? Yes. So if we read the first objective, they are telling us to open MS Word. So how do you open this program? More so if you are a beginner, if you're new to this, how do you open MS Word? So I want to take you through how you can open MS Word. Of course, if you can see my screen here, there are so many ways how you can open MS Word, but I just want to take you through the simple steps. Okay? Let you just bring the cursor in an empty space, just like you can see my cursor on the desktop. So right click, then choose the word new, choose the word new. Then from new, you can come and click on Microsoft Word. So the moment you click on Microsoft Word like that, your file will be created and you can see it is already here. Okay, that is one aspect. Two, you can go to your search button or search section, just like you can see my search section is here. So I'll click in here. Others have their search sections around this position. It basically depends on the operating system. Yeah, it depends on operating system that was installed in your machine. For example, I'm using Windows 8. That's why my search section is this side. So I'll go to this and then I'll type in Word. You see? For example, in my computer I have Word 2007 and then 16. So our interest, remember the platform, we want to deal with 2007. So I'll choose 7. So the moment you click on that, of course your program will open, just like mine has opened. Hope guys you're following. Now, this is what we call an MS Word window. I just want to take you through some of these features here before we can start, before we can do or fill our blank space there on the screen. Now, the moment this opens, the moment your program opens like this one on the screen, we need to know what is this bar called, what is this, what are some of these features that you're seeing here. But when you see this, the whole of this bar here, where you can see my cursor moving with this Word document 1, Microsoft Word, this bar here is called a title bar. This bar is called a title bar. Then along the title bar, we also have some of these features. We have got the minimize button, we have got the restore or maximize button in between, and then the close button. Now, when you click minimize, this is what is going to happen. You see? Your program is going to hide along the Windows taskbar. It will hide along the Windows taskbar. Now, to make that program resurrect, to make your work resurrect, you'll come and click on it. It is this one here. So just click on it, it will come. So that is how you can use the minimize button. Then the maximize or restore button, when you click on this, see what is going to happen. It will somehow compress, it will reduce itself. It will not come and hide, but it will reduce the size. The window will reduce in size. So you can see this how it is happening. So for us, maybe if you wanted to use this other space, you can now use the moment you click on maximize or restore button. Now for us to restore this back to the full screen, you now go and then click on it again. It will go back. Then this button here, this is called a close button. When you click close button, first confirm that indeed you want to close. So when you close, you only come to close when indeed you have saved your work and you feel like closing that program. For example, if you click on close, this is what is going to happen. It will ask you of like, do you want to save the changes to your document? Once you say yes, it means you would like to save your work. Once you say no, you're like, you don't want to apply some other changes. So if you say cancel, actually, once you say no, the program is going to close automatically. Once you say cancel, you're like canceling this last command that you would have done. So we don't want to close our work, so we shall say cancel. Okay, that is that. So that's how this button is do operate. Now next, the title bar is this bar here where you can see the words home, insert, page layout, and then these other words. Now the whole of this bar here is what we call a menu bar. This is a menu bar having words like home, insert, page layout, references, mailing, view, among others. So that's the menu bar. Next to the menu bar is another bar, and this bar here is what we call a standard tools bar. Standard tools bar. Then next to this one is the formatting tools bar. This is where you find some of the formatting features like bolding. You want to underline your work, you want to change the font color of your text. This is where you must come. You want to align your text in different positions, left, right, center. This is the section that you need to visit. Then besides this one, we also have our ruler here. This is a vertical ruler. This is the horizontal ruler, where you can see this cursor blinking from. This is the working area where you need to start from. Then this side here is a scroll bar. This is a scroll bar. Basically, it helps you to move, to navigate through your work, or moving from one page to another. This is where you can, this is what you can use to effect that. Then maybe lastly is this other bar down here where you can see this icon is, where you can see these icons here. So this bar is what we call the Windows taskbar. Windows taskbar. That means, for example, you can pin this program on your taskbar. That means that in case next time you feel like utilizing Word, you'll not again go through the steps that you have, that we have gone through. Instead, you just come along the Windows taskbar and click on that program or the icon. You'll see the program opening. Okay? Yes. So basically, that's what you can get to know for now. I want us to drive back to our objectives. Of course, we have already achieved the first objective of getting to know how to open Microsoft Word. Okay? If I may repeat this once, let us close this program and repeat it. Our first objective was all about getting to know how to open Microsoft Word. So I've told you, you can either move the cursor in an empty space, right click, choose the word in new, then choose Microsoft Word. So the moment you click on Microsoft Word, your program will be created. So you can basically just open this and then it will open. 2, you can move the search section. And then type in Word. You see, then you choose or click on that program that you feel like opening. So if this is our that we want, click on it and then it will open. So basically, that is what you need to do. I believe you've achieved that. 2, let us revisit our objective number 2. We said you should be able to typeset a simple document. You should be able to typeset a simple document. So, good enough, we have already included in here a simple document. So, yes, this is the document that we are going to typeset. You can see it is here. They're telling us that typeset the following text and save it as your name. Now, since we have already opened our program, which is this one, we are now basically going to do the typesetting, and you're supposed to work with this working area. So let us do that. Our first paragraph is saying information and then communication technology. So where the cursor is blinking from is where you must start from. So we shall say information and communication, information and communication technology. You see? Now for us to move from for us to be able to move from this line to a new line, you press enter key on the keyboard. Just press enter, the cursor will move from where it would be blinking from to a new line. Yes. So next, a good way to think about ICT is to consider all the uses of digital technology. So we go and write a good way to think about ICT is to consider, a good way to think about ICT is to consider all the uses of digital technology, is to consider all the uses of digital technology, consider all the uses of digital technology. Let's go. That already exists to help individuals. That already exists to help individuals. To help individuals. To help individuals, businesses and organizations use information. Individuals, businesses and organizations help individuals, businesses and organizations use what? Technology, information. Use information. So you are also done with the second paragraph. Move to the third one, press enter. Yes. So the third paragraph says that ICT covers any product that will store, retrieve. ICT covers any product that will store, retrieve, manipulate. Let's go. Store, retrieve, manipulate, transmit or receive information electronically in a digital form. Transmit or receive information. Transmit or receive information electronically in a digital form. Let's continue. You're about to complete this also. Information or receive information. Okay. Transmit or receive information electronically in a digital form. Full stop. For example, personal computers, digital televisions, emails, robots. For example, personal computers, digital television is full stop. For example, personal computers, digital televisions, emails, robots, robots. Full stop. Enter. Last paragraph says what? So ICT is concerned with the storage. So ICT. Okay, I know someone would be wondering how to write in capital letters and then small letters. Of course, for instance, we want to write ICT in capital letters. Just press the caps lock key on the keyboard. ICT, you see, and then the next text is in small letters. Press it again to deactivate caps lock. Yes, that's how you need to do that. So ICT is concerned with the storage. Is concerned with the storage. Is concerned with the storage, comma, retrieval, comma, manipulation, comma, transmission, comma, transmission or receipt of digital data, or receipt of digital data, or digital data. Yes, full stop. Importantly, it is also concerned, full stop. Importantly, it is also concerned with the way these different users can work with each other. Concerned with the way these different users work with each other. You see? Yes. So we are done. We are almost done. We are almost done with what we were supposed to typeset. So that's the text. Now, if you can move to the instructions, they are telling us that copy your work to page 2. Copy your work to page 2. Now, if you can see this, you realize that we only have one single page. You will see that you have only one single page. How do you prove this? Just look around this part here. You'll see it is showing page 1 of 1. That means that your cursor is blinking on a single page and you only have that single page. Now they're telling us to copy that work to page 2. The first thing you need to do is to create that other page. Of course, there are so many ways how you can create different pages. You can either apply page break and then you see another page coming. But since we are starters, let us just do this. Move the cursor at the end part of your work. So you can see my cursor is blinking from here. I'll move this cursor at the end part of my work. Let it break from there. Confirm that it is at the end part of your work. Then just press enter key. Press enter key, continue pressing enter key. You see the cursor moving. Press enter key until you come across a page break. Continue pressing until you come across a page break. So you see this bar cross over our work. This is a page break, and now this is an indicator that this is another page. This is page 1 and then this is page 2. You see, this is page 1 and this is page 2. If you click on this first page, you will see it is showing page 1 of 2, meaning the cursor is blinking on page 1 and you have 2 pages. Yes. So how do you copy your work to another page? We shall now just scroll. You can see, move the cursor to the scroll bar, hold the left button and then try to slide a bit up until you access your work. So this is our work. We are going to copy this work to page 2. Move the cursor at this position. Left click and hold the left button of the mouse or the touchpad, and then try to slide a bit on your touchpad. You'll see your work being selected until it is complete. So release now the mouse. Move the cursor in this selected work, right click, choose the word copy, you see, then scroll down, yes, your work to the next page. Bring the cursor here, right click, and then choose the word paste. So by doing that, we would have answered question number 1, where they told us to copy our work to page 2. That means that we already have our work on page 1, and if we can scroll down to the next page, we still have it. We have a copy of that same work. So basically, that's how you can copy your work in the simplest way. Roman numeral 2, they are telling us to change the heading of your work to uppercase and font size 16. Now, the rest of these changes are going to be applied on page 2, okay? They're telling us change the heading of your work to uppercase and font size 16. Change the heading of your work to uppercase. So we are making these changes to page 2, and this is page 2, so they are telling us to change the heading. If you look at this work, you realize that the heading is this text here. So we shall select it also. Select this. How? Move the cursor at the where you started writing from, or where you ended, or where your text is ending. Then left click the left button, hold it, and then try to slide until it is complete. Release, and then they are telling us to change this to uppercase. Uppercase, of course, means capital letters. So we shall move to this formatting feature called change case. This one here, where you see capital A and then small a. Click on this arrow and then choose uppercase. By doing so, you would have activated capital letters. So they told us to change that to uppercase and then font size 16. You realize that when you click in this text, it is showing font size 11. So how do you change this to 16? Select it again and then move here. You choose 16. You see 16 is here, so click on 16. It will be activated. By doing that, you would have answered Roman numeral 2. Okay? Yes. Roman numeral 3, they are telling us to apply font color green to the entire document except the heading. Apply font color green to the entire document except the heading. So we shall go apply font color green to the entire document except the heading. So we shall select these paragraphs down here, select them, then we look for font color. This is the feature for font color, you see. So we shall move to this arrow and then we choose. If it is yellow, that is yellow. If it is red, that is red. Since they are talking about green, green is this one here. Click on that and it will also be affected, you see. Remember, we are making changes on the copy, okay, or on the second copy. So that's how you can do that. Then lastly, they are telling us to save your work. Remember, they told us to save your work, to save our work as your name. For example, the question is here. They told us typeset the following text and save it as your name. So since we are done with making the rest of the changes, we are now moving to the last question, and the last question says saving your work as your name. So you just move to office button here. We now want to save our work. Move to this and then choose save as. There is save and then save as. So we shall choose save as because we want to give it a name. So where do we want to save our work? Let us choose desktop. Choose desktop. Then file name, bring the cursor in here and then backspace. Write in there your name or what you want to name, how you want to name your work or file. So since they've told us to save this work as your name or my name, I'll say Latif. I'll say Latif Salim. Latif Salim. You see? So after doing that, you just move down here and then choose save. You see? So our work is now saved. You can even look along the title bar, you'll see your name in there. So basically that's what we are supposed to do. Let us see whether there is any other question. I believe we are done. Yes, we are done with what we are supposed to do. So even if we close everything in here, shall close this, and our work is now here. You see, our work is now here. You can even open this to prove so. Or to confirm it is already here. Okay, so close it. So basically that's what we are supposed to do. That's what we are supposed to do. I want to say thank you for watching. Continue subscribing and sharing these videos. Okay, see you